Imagine waking up every morning to a persistent hum, a sound so low that most people can't even hear it, but it's loud enough to disrupt your daily life. Now imagine you're one of the few people in the world who can hear it, and no one else can. What if I told you that this hum has been affecting residents of a small town in New Mexico for over 3 decades? And what's even more bizarre, no one can explain where it comes from, what causes it, or why only some people hear it. Welcome to the mystery of the Taos Hum. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Before we delve deeper into this chilling phenomenon, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and every one of you helps us get closer to exploring the world's most bizarre, unsolved, and mind-bending mysteries. Now, let's dive into something truly perplexing: the Taos Hum, a phenomenon so strange that it's caused decades of debate, countless investigations, and even some wild theories. Residents of Taos, New Mexico have been hearing a constant hum, a low-frequency buzz, and many are driven to madness trying to understand what it is. Is it a natural occurrence, a man-made sound, or something even stranger? Let's unravel the mystery and get to the bottom of it. In the early 1990s, something strange began happening in the small, picturesque town of Taos, New Mexico. At first, it was subtle. A few isolated reports from residents claiming they could hear a strange, low-pitched hum in the background of their daily lives. But it didn't take long before more and more people began speaking up, sharing their experiences of hearing a noise that was unlike anything they had ever heard before. The year 1993 marked the beginning of a full-blown mystery. Residents of the southern part of Taos started noticing the hum, which was described as a persistent, low-frequency noise that seemed to come from nowhere. Imagine trying to go about your day, working, relaxing, or trying to sleep, but there's this ever-present hum, barely audible yet impossible to ignore. For some, the hum was merely an annoying inconvenience. But for others, it became an unbearable constant that seemed to affect their quality of life. One of the most striking features of the hum was that it wasn't heard by everyone. Despite living in the same area, some people heard it all the time, while others could not perceive it at all. Some residents tried to get answers, but for many years, they came up empty-handed. How could something as pervasive as a hum not have an identifiable source? The descriptions of the Taos hum vary, but there are key similarities across the board. Those who hear it describe it as a deep, low-pitched sound, something like the hum of a diesel engine or a massive industrial machine running in the distance. The hum doesn't change much. It remains steady, almost like the background noise of the town, only incredibly persistent. Imagine hearing this hum every day, from morning until night, even though there's no obvious source of it. For some, the sound is constant, but others report that the hum is more noticeable during certain times of the day. Some say that the sound grows louder at night when everything else is quiet, while others describe it as strongest in the early morning hours. Regardless of the time, those who hear it are aware of its presence, and once you start hearing the hum, it's incredibly difficult to ignore. But here's the even more puzzling part. Not everyone hears it. Even people living in the same neighborhood, or sometimes even in the same house, experience the hum in different ways. For some, it's a gentle buzz in the background, while for others, it's an overwhelming sound that dominates their environment. Why does this sound only affect certain individuals? And why can't anyone trace its source? The hum is not just an annoyance. For many people who experience it, it has real, tangible effects on their daily lives. Imagine trying to sleep while this constant hum is in the background, keeping you awake. For some people, it's not just about the noise, it's about the physical effects that come with it. Some individuals report experiencing headaches, dizziness, and nausea. Others complain about feeling stressed, anxious, or even depressed due to the constant noise. In extreme cases, some individuals have even been forced to move away from Taos in search of peace and quiet. What's even more troubling is that the hum seems to impact people differently. Some individuals claim they've never noticed the hum, despite living in the same neighborhood as those who do. This selective perception of the hum has sparked numerous questions. Why is it that some people are more sensitive to the hum, while others can't perceive it at all? Could it be linked to something about the way our brains process sound, or is it related to environmental factors that only affect certain individuals? With so many residents reporting the same strange experience, researchers from across the globe were drawn to Taos in an effort to uncover the source of the hum. They set up a variety of monitoring equipment, ranging from microphones to seismic sensors, hoping to capture the hum or pinpoint its origin. What they found was puzzling. Some low-frequency vibrations were detected, but they were not sufficient to match the characteristics of the hum reported by the residents. One of the primary theories is that the hum could be linked to low-frequency noise, sound waves that are at a frequency lower than what the human ear typically perceives. These low-frequency sounds can travel vast distances, and while they may not always be heard consciously, they can create a physical sensation in the body, especially in the inner ear. Could the hum be a manifestation of this low-frequency energy? Perhaps, but scientists have not been able to correlate it with any known natural or man-made sources. Other researchers have suggested that the hum could be linked to atmospheric conditions, such as changes in air pressure or unusual weather patterns. Some even speculate that it might be related to seismic activity, tiny movements of the Earth's crust that produce vibrations too low for us to detect, but are audible to those with heightened sensitivity. However, after years of study, no one has been able to pinpoint the exact cause of the hum. One of the more intriguing theories put forward by scientists is that the hum is a psychoacoustic phenomenon, something that is experienced only by those with a certain sensitivity to sound. The idea is that some individuals are more attuned to low-frequency noises and may even perceive sounds that are not actually present. There's also the possibility that the hum could be linked to the condition known as tinnitus, which causes a ringing or buzzing in the ears. However, not all of the people who experience the hum have tinnitus, so this theory is not entirely satisfying. Some people believe the hum might be caused by an oversensitivity to certain frequencies of sound, especially those in the lower range. Could the hum be a result of the brain interpreting these frequencies as noise, even though it's not coming from an external source? The psychoacoustic theory is complicated because it suggests that the hum is a subjective experience. But if that's the case, why are there so many people in the same area having the same experience? Could it be that something in the environment is triggering these responses in the brain, or is it purely a psychological phenomenon? Whenever a mystery like the Taos Hum arises, conspiracy theories are quick to follow. One of the most popular theories is that the hum is somehow linked to secret government experiments or military technology. Could it be that the government is testing electromagnetic frequencies or other technologies that affect only certain individuals? Some speculate that the HAARP program, which studies the ionosphere in Alaska, might be responsible for the hum. The theory goes that HAARP's experiments with electromagnetic waves might inadvertently create the low-frequency hum heard by those in Taos. Another theory is that the hum could be a form of mind control or psychological manipulation. Could the government be using sound waves or electromagnetic signals to influence people's minds or behavior? Some conspiracy theorists claim that the hum is part of a larger, secretive program aimed at controlling or monitoring the population. Then, there are those who believe that the hum could be connected to extraterrestrial activity. Could the hum be a signal from aliens trying to communicate with humanity? Some UFO enthusiasts argue that the hum is an indication of extraterrestrial presence in the area, or perhaps a method of communication that is beyond our understanding. The fact that only certain people hear the hum adds fuel to the fire. Could it be that these individuals are somehow tuned in to alien frequencies? Living with the Taos hum is not just a matter of hearing a sound. It's about how the hum shapes the culture and psychological state of the people who live with it. Over the years, the hum has become a part of the town's identity. In some ways, it defines the town, creating a sense of shared experience for those who hear it, and a sense of exclusion for those who don't. For those who hear the hum, it has led to various emotional and psychological effects. The constant noise can cause feelings of isolation, anxiety, and even depression. Many of the people who hear the hum are constantly trying to find ways to cope with it, and some even take extreme measures, such as moving away from Taos altogether. But for others, the hum has become a part of life, an accepted reality that they've learned to live with. Some have even adapted to the hum, finding ways to block it out or tune it out with other noises. In some cases, the hum has become something like a background soundtrack to their lives, even if they still don't understand it. As we've seen, the mystery of the Taos hum is far from being solved. Theories abound, and investigations continue, but no one has been able to conclusively identify the source of the hum. Is it a natural phenomenon, a psychological or physiological condition, or something even more mysterious? As long as the hum persists, it will remain one of the most enduring mysteries of modern times. So, what do you think? Have you ever heard something similar to the Taos hum? Do you believe in the various theories, or do you think there's an entirely different explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and your support will help us continue exploring these strange and unexplained phenomena.